Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Ultimate Comparison by Purecast9. In today's episode, the Tribit X Sound Go is going head to head with the Portronic Sound Drum. So, this is going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to share the results with you. But before we go into that, I'm not going to delve very deep into what the differences are in terms of specs and features. Rather, the chart you're seeing right now basically summarizes what the main or key differences and similarities are. So if you want, you can have a good look at this, pause the video right now, jot it down. Got it? Alright. So with that out of the way, now we'll get into the sound test. I'm going to play the same two tracks from both of these speakers at max volume. You guys will listen, form your judgment. And once we're done, I'm going to come back and give you my verdict on how it sounded in person, in which frequency they outperformed one another, or where they were equal, or whether it was all bad altogether, and ultimately which one you should get and why. So let's get straight into the sound test.
Let's creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
So there you have it, guys. That was the sound test between the Tribit X Sound Go and the Portronic Sound Drum. And the results were surprising. Now, firstly, even though the Tribit X Sound Go is a 12-watt speaker, while the Portronic Sound Drum is a 10-watt speaker, the Portronic Sound Drum, I've mentioned this a couple of times even in my previous Ultimate comparisons, is much louder compared to a 10-watt speaker. It's really powerful and loud. But that doesn't always mean it's better. So let me break it down. Now, I always categorize I always keep mentioning that I judge the quality of a Bluetooth speaker based on how it produces the three frequencies that make up sound, which is the highs, the mids, and the lows. So starting off with the highs, the Portronic Sound Drum produces extremely sharp highs. Very sharp with lot of clarity. For my taste, I always feel that it's a bit over sharpened to a point where after a point of your listening experience, it starts to get a bit irritating. Maybe I'm picky, but I've mentioned this. Now compared to this, the Tribit X Sound Go will, once I shift, it almost sounds like the volume goes down by a bit, and it actually does because the Tribit X Sound Go is not as loud as the Portronic Sound Drum, but in terms of its rendition of the highs, it's much more natural, pleasing while maintaining the perfect clarity, the perfect crispness, but sounds natural. So quality wise, it's the Tribit X Sound Go. Sheer power and loudness and clarity, and if you don't mind the over-processed highs, it's the Portronic sound drum. Again, up to your preference, which one appeals to you the most. Now coming to the mids where the vocals are, again, the Portronic sound drum has got much more brighter upfront vocals, lot of clarity, but they sound over-processed. They sound a bit artificial and lose out on the natural warmth or tonality of the voice, which the Tri-Bit X Sound Go maintains even at max volume. So quality being a factor, Tri-Bit X Sound Go once again takes the cake. It's not as powerful, it's not as loud as a Portronic sound drum, but it definitely gives you a better quality and undistorted even at max volume. So even in the mids and highs at max volume, there was a bit of crackling and distortion in the Portronic sound drum, but that was not the case with the Tri-Bit X Sound Go. Now coming to the lows or the bass, this was tricky because Portronic sound drum is so powerful that it gives you that illusion that it's got a lot more punchy bass, and maybe to an extent it does. But the one thing that doesn't go in its favor is that it keeps moving about, as you have seen, that even when you play it at max volume, the whole unit keeps moving about on the surface that you keep it on, and that goes against the Portronic sound drum. It adds to a bit of a messy or distorted bass, although it's punchy and powerful. The Tri-Bit X Sound Go, on the other hand, maybe not as powerful a bass as the Portronic sound drum, but very accurate and sounds very good. So all three frequencies taken together, Tri-Bit X Sound Go sounds the most natural, sounds the most pleasing, and has got better quality. But if you're an average listener who doesn't care about that much quality, you need loudness, you need clarity, and maybe if you reduce the volume and not play it at 100% volume, you could still get a good amount of undistorted and really a lot of clarity in the sound. You can go with the Portronic sound drum, especially if you need a speaker where you'll be playing it at maybe a gathering where you need the extra volume and power. Go for the Portronic sound drum. You won't be disappointed with either. It boils down to your preference. Now both have pros and cons because the Tri-Bit X Sound Go has a few features less than the Portronic sound drum and vice versa. So that is up to your personal preference and how you want to use this. Personally, I would pick the Tri-Bit X Sound Go because of the quality, but your opinion can differ. Anyway guys, that was the ultimate comparison. I hope you've enjoyed this and found this helpful. The links to both of these are in the description below. If you do decide to buy either of them, please use the links given below. It will help me run this channel and I can produce more content just for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit like on the way out, share this video, subscribe to PRcast9, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.